Hello my dear students, good afternoon. Now let's continue the class with same solid state. So in that density I was given, right? Density is equals to that Zm by n naught a cube I was given, right? This is the formula for calculation of density. So here for a cube, what is a cube here? A cube is volume of unit cell actually. Volume of unit cell you can take, but this is the volume of unit cell for cubic lattices. Cubic means only for simple cubic, BCC and FCC, for those only. But this for HCP, hexagonal closed packing, volume of this volume of unit cell. Volume of unit cell, you have to consider 3 root 2 a cube. This you have to consider because their height is very different, very much different. Okay, so this is only the thing you have to understand. For HCP, volume of unit cell 3 root 2 a cube. Okay, so these are very important here. So what is D? Zm by n naught a cube. A cube is volume of unit cell. Mostly they'll ask you questions based on simple cubic, body center and FCC, face centered cubic. But in general, if they ask, you have to use this HCP. If they ask, mostly they won't ask. Okay. For HCP, volume of unit cell is equals to 3 root 2 a cube. You have to consider. This is one of the most important things. So this you note it down. So I'll continue, I'll start now with the new concept, that is radius ratio. So this radius ratio is very important for us. What is the radius ratio? So radius ratio of a simple cubic and for radius ratio. What is the radius ratio? It's very important to understand coordination number, everything. So radius ratio is nothing but it's a ratio of r plus by r minus. R plus by r minus. R plus by r minus is called radius ratio. It is ratio of radius of cation to the radius of anion. That is we called radius ratio, r plus by r minus we call. What is the r plus by r minus? Radius ratio. So you can have like this also. Radius ratio is equal to radius of smaller ion to the radius of large. This also you can consider as radius ratio. What is radius ratio means? It is the ratio of radius of smaller ion to the radius of larger ion, or ratio of radius of cation to the radius of anion. Actually cations have smaller radius, you know already. Ionic radiuses we had in previous, like in periodic table like that. Okay, so here radius ratio means r small by r large. Radius of cation to the radius of anion. So radius ratios I will give you here. Those are very, very important to you. So r plus by r minus, I will give you. From that you can understand coordination number, and from that you can understand what is the shape curve. Okay, these I will give you one by one here. So first one, if the radius ratio, you can calculate based on their atoms are in closest approach like this in a linear manner. So from the radius of cation and radius of anion, you can have a ratio. Okay, so this radius ratio, first one, if less than 0.155, then the coordination number is 2 and shape is linear. Actually this won't exist in normal solids in cubic structure. So linear solids, in linear solids, this ratio exists, radius ratio. Radius of cation to the radius of anion. And the second one is from certain range 0.155 to 0.224. 0.155 to 0.224, then the coordination number is 3 and trigonal or triangular, you can say simply. Okay, in closest approach for this radius ratio you have to consider r plus by r minus is 0.155. Maximum distance means this you have to consider. So closest approach means for coordination number 3. For coordination number 3, what is r plus by r minus means 0.155 you have to consider. When the ions are in closest approach. What I am trying to tell you understanding? For coordination number 3 systems or else trigonal systems or else what? Trigonal systems. I'll write once again because maybe you are unable to see that. So for coordination number 3 means what that is? Trigonal. For trigonal, if atoms or ions are in, if atoms are in closest approach, then r plus by r minus is 0.155. Radius of ratio, if r plus by r minus, next one. If radius ratio, next third one, if it is from 0.224 to 0.414, then the coordination number is 4. What is that coordination number? Coordination number is 4 and the shape is tetrahedral for that solid. Okay. And next fourth one, if the coordination, radius ratio is 0.414 to 0.732, 0.414 to 0.732. Observe here carefully. And the coordination number will be, yes, 4 only, then that is square planar. So two coordination numbers exist with different shapes. See, for this one and this one, radius ratio is different. Even the radius ratio is 0.414 to 0.732, you have a square planar here. Okay, so 0.224 to 0.414 is there, that is tetrahedral actually, coordination number is 4. Okay, 2 exist, they will mention, you have no need to worry. In complex compounds, this square planar structure exists. Okay, nickel tetracarbonyl like that, or NiCN 4 times minus 2, like that, these exist. Square planar structures means like this, NiCN 4 times and minus 2. In complex compounds we will discuss, don't worry about these structures. Their hybridizations, everything, we will discuss that. So here, next fifth one is same radius ratio, 0.414 to 0.732. So the same ratio with different coordination numbers you have actually. Okay, these are very important. Now it is octahedral. Octahedral coordination number. Okay, so for coordination number 3, if radius ratio is 0.115, then they are in closest approach, I told you. Or else if they are in closest approach, the radius ratio is this much, I told you. Right? Now, for coordination number 4, okay, r plus by r minus, when they are in closest approach, you have to consider for tetrahedral. For who? For tetrahedral, you have to consider lowest one. You have to consider for lowest one. You have to consider. That means 0.224. You have to consider. Okay. For octahedral, third one. For octahedral means coordination number is 8. Sorry, coordination number is 6. Now for them radius ratio r plus by r minus, you have to consider 0.414. These radius ratios you can calculate also. Why this 0.414 like that. That headache is unnecessary for us. So 0.414 to 0.732 you can have a square planar and you can have octahedral. Or in options both they will give you. Means in one option to square planar, another option octahedral, and third option both A and B like that they can give you. Okay, both exist like that. We cannot do anything for that. Okay, next last and final sixth one. If it is from 0.732, okay, 0.732 and 0.996 something, then the coordination number 8 and the shape is BCC, body centered cubic. For BCC you have idea, no? Who is that? Cesium chloride. The previous I was clear. So these are the radius ratios. Here you have to remember this, and this one you have to remember, and tetrahedral you have to remember, and as well as octahedral you have to remember. So then the closest approach means you have to consider these radius ratios. For coordination number 4 system, radius of cation is this much, radius of anion how much. Okay, coordination number 4 they mentioned or not square planar or octahedral. Coordination number 4 means if tetrahedral means you have to take this one, but if they given square planar then 0.414 you have to consider. This is very important. Understanding? Coordination number 4 square planar closest approach if they given, then r plus by r minus closest approach you have to consider 0.414. For octahedral also same. R plus by r minus for octahedral closest approach means 0.414. Highest distance or maximum distance means 0.73. Radius ratio maximum length. Understanding? If they are more distance, then maximum ratio you will have. Minimum you will have 0.414. Got it? So this is about radius ratio. It's very important. Based on this, I will give you some MCQs also. You have no need to worry. So next we will discuss about the most important thing about voids. What is a void? You have idea already. What is void? A free space exists in crystal lattice unit cell. Okay. So what is void? How many types of voids we have? Those we will discuss now. Okay. So first we have to discuss about the void. So what is void? Void means free space between atoms or ions. Atoms or ions exist in a crystal system. So mainly today I will tell you about two voids. One is about the tetrahedral void and octahedral void. Tetrahedral voids. Tetrahedral voids means, so actually void means I was given already like this in previous also. In packing coefficients I was given. If atoms are like this, atoms are two-dimensional like this. But atoms, if it is three-dimensional, you have one more thing. Suppose on these, if you have one more atom, see these three you have like this, and this is one kind. Now what it is? Free space. This is called void. What this place is called? This place is called void, that is. Okay. Now this is a linear voids, that is spherical voids. Okay. And one more tetrahedral void or triangular voids there. Different ways you have like this, and one is like this. This is A type and this is B type layer. And on these three, this is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3. On these three, you are having one more. Okay? So now, between these three and this red color, between 4, there is a free space, that is tetrahedral void. So, I will write somewhat big now. So, this is 1 and this is another, and this is third atom which is belongs to second layer. Now A this is A layer. These two atoms are belongs to A layer. This atom is belongs to second layer. Now on these two, some third layer coming like this. Now this, okay, if coming, then tetrahedral void coming. Tetrahedral void will form. Only AB type if you consider, this void you can consider now as triangular voids. Triangular. Triangular voids you have. So why this is triangular in this manner? Triangular void we call it. These two atoms are belongs to first layer, and this third atom is belongs to second layer, B layer. So between these 1, 2 and 3 there is a free space. Now this free space is called what void? That is called triangular void. That is. Now ABC type. In ABC type crystals means these are three-dimensional ABC. Mainly cubic lattices exist like this, ABC type crystal systems. So this ABC type crystal lattices having atoms like this. So one atom is like this, and second one is like this, and third one is like this. So three you have. So this is 1, and this is 2, and this is 3. And above these 3 atoms you are having the fourth atom is like this. Understand? So these red color atoms are belongs to A layer. This third atom is belongs to B layer. This dotted line is black color sphere. Atoms or ions I am considering as spheres. Understanding? So here I am having fourth atom. So these 3 are 1 and this one is 4. So between these 4 atoms or ions I have a free space that is called tetrahedral void. What void that is called? Tetrahedral voids. Tetrahedral voids I'll show you now. See what is triangular void understood? In AB type it's 2-dimensional. These type of crystal lattice won't exist. This is just assumption only. Okay, we assume like triangular voids exist if the AB type crystal systems exist. In ABC type of crystal systems, this is 2 atoms or one belongs to 1 layer, 1, 2, and this third atom is belongs to second layer, bottom layer, and above to that, because here on my hand 2 layer, this is A layer and here B layer I have, and above these 2 I have a third layer I have. I'll show you by using a small example I will use. So I have these only to explain. So these I have like this, and this is 3. So how many I have here? You just observe. So 1, 2 spheres. This is first sphere, this is second sphere, and this is third sphere I have. These 2 lemons are belongs to first layer. This one is belongs to whom? Second layer. Now on these 3 I'll keep one more like this exactly. So 4 I have like this, right? So between these 3 and this 4 some vacant space you have. You can observe, I think so. Are you observing? So between these 3, you see here in this way or in this way, you have some free space between these 4 lemons. So here exactly. Understanding? If I am placing this one, this won't occupy entire space, right? So here you have 3 spheres like this, and this is the 4th sphere. So between 4 spheres you have empty space like this. Able to see the 4 spheres like this? Okay, so you have like this. So 3 layers. So these 3 lemons are belongs to 1 layer. Actually 1 layer means in 1 layer 2 rows. This is 1 row and this is another row like this. Yeah. So now you have a 4th. Okay. So between 4 atoms you have tetrahedral voids. Between how many atoms you have tetrahedral voids? 4 atoms you have a tetrahedral voids. Got it clear? So on board how we can have like this, these 2. and this one and this one. Okay, now these three are like this. Okay, now this one here. Why that one? So this free space, what you can say, tetrahedral voids. TV. What is TV means? Tetrahedral voids. See how I can say now? So these two and this one here and one here. So like this, three. I cannot place. Here two you have. And here I have one more. So three. And here fourth one. I have only two hands, so that's it. So here three and here one you have. So in that way, how many atoms are forming? How many atoms are forming tetrahedral voids means 4 atoms are forming tetrahedral voids. Hope you understood all these things. So this is about tetrahedral voids. Here you have 3 atoms here and this is 4th atom. So between these 4 atoms there is a vacant space, and that vacant space is called, what that is called? Tetrahedral void. Okay, so how tetrahedral void will form in FCC, I'll show you now. So have a screenshot. I was given triangular void how forming, and I was given tetrahedral void how forming. Have a screenshot and write down all these things. Okay, now let's see how this tetrahedral void is forming in a particular FCC. Face-centered cubic. So in face-centered cubic I'll draw now. So please you also draw along with me. So I was drawn in previous. The same manner you have to draw. So like this. Right? Okay. So in middle you have to draw one more line like this. Like this, and you have to connect this. Okay, same manner you have to connect this. So you have to connect these two again. Like this, combine like this. Okay, so where you will have this just at particular faces I will write atoms, faces, here one face and here one face, and just only face center atoms. No, and you have corner atoms. Corner atoms I have to draw, as well as face center atoms, corners. So now, actually here also you have atoms, but they are called edge center atoms. Okay, so here you have a corner atom like this. So sorry, this is face center atom, right? This is face center atom. Okay, now this is face center atom, this is face center atom, this is face center atom. Now you can have like this. See, everyone observe. So these 3 face center atoms means 1, 2, 3. These 1, and now with this. See, you have a tetrahedral void or not? Face center, this is corner atom, so don't add this one. So this, 3 face centers, and this. This is not face center atom. So these 3 face center atoms are with this particular corner atom. This is corner atom or not? Here you have a corner atom like this. So what you have, what you have? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 like this. Getting? So here you have red color, better to have like that. So 1 and here you have a 2 and here you have a third one, and this one is black. So these 3 are face center only. This is face center. Here you have a body center. Able to understand everyone? So here you have face center atom, face center atom, face center atom, and this is corner atom. So with these three, you have like this. Like this. Now between these three atoms and this atom, you have a tetrahedral void. You have. Observe it. In the same manner, back side you will have one. This side. So here one and here one. 2, 3, 4. 4 tetrahedral voids can be formed front side and 4 tetrahedral voids can be formed back side. So how many tetrahedral voids are tetrahedral voids in FCC means 8 are forming. This is very important. TD means excuse me, tetrahedral voids. How many tetrahedral voids are forming in FCC? 8. In what way? If you are observing this one, here I have one. In the same manner, between these two and this you can have one, right? In the same manner, between these two and this you can have one. And between these two and this you can have one. 4 this side you are having, and same 4 back side can be possible because it's a cube now. Sir, understanding? So, if atoms are 4, FCC means, what is in FCC? What is effective number of atoms? In FCC, effective number of atoms, how many means you are having 4. This is very important. In FCC, effective number of atoms are 4. Tetrahedral voids, how many form? How many form? 8 form. So, what you can say from this, double the tetrahedral voids you have than effective number of atoms. So, to the effective number of atoms, you can compare with the tetrahedral voids now. Okay, so number of tetrahedral voids formed, you can say 2 into effective number of atoms. Effective number of atoms, what we call Z. Effective number of atoms means double the number of atoms you will have tetrahedral voids. So final conclusion I will give you here from this. In FCC, everybody knows that effective number of atoms are 4. These many times I was explaining. So effective number of atoms in FCC are 4. Tetrahedral voids 8 formed. How I told you by using this diagram. So 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. So 4 you are having here. Front side towards you means back side. Away from you 4 tetrahedral voids are forming. So from this example, not only here, anywhere, means any type of crystal lattice, you can say like this. The number of tetrahedral voids, listen carefully this one, what I am saying. The number of tetrahedral voids is equal to double the number of effective number of atoms. Double the number of atoms present otherwise simply. I repeat. The number of tetrahedral voids is equals to 2 into effective number of atoms. Sir, for BCC what will happen, sir? Then the number of tetrahedral voids formed in BCC now 2 into 2, because the effective number of atoms in BCC how many? 2. Sir, how many tetrahedral voids formed in simple cubic, sir? It's 2 into 1, because in simple cubic the effective number of atoms is equal to 1. Getting what I am saying? So in that way I was given very clearly. So in FCC, effective number of atoms are 4, and in FCC, the tetrahedral voids are 8. So from that I was given this important conclusion for you. What is that important conclusion? The number of tetrahedral formed in any type of crystalline unit cell is equals to 2 into effective number of atoms. So in any type of unit cell, in simple cubic, how many tetrahedral voids? 2 into 1. In BCC, how many tetrahedral voids? 2 into 2. In FCC, how many tetrahedral voids? 2 into 4. 8 tetrahedral voids. So what are tetrahedral voids? We discussed, and how many tetrahedral voids can be formed, I was given very clearly. So that here you can have finally like this. So better to have that one. So you write down all these things, is very important. Okay. So I will give you final thing. The number of in BCC, in simple cubic or primitive, I told you. In primitive, number of tetrahedral voids, 2 into 1, so 2. Here in BCC, 2 into 2, 4. In FCC or else CCP, the tetrahedral voids are 2 into 4, 8 tetrahedral voids. Very, very important this concept. By using these tetrahedral voids, they'll ask you formulas. They'll say atoms A forming FCC and atoms B present in tetrahedral voids. What is the formula of AV? Like that they'll ask you. So tetrahedral voids we discussed. In our next class we will discuss about octahedral voids. Those also very important for us. Thank you.